If you haven't checked these out, they are alcohol burners that I've made from some old cans. Check out that video. It's on the channel, and also one over there on Silhouette Park Farm as well. This is the real life version of it, guys. This is a Trangia stove, and that is the basic stove that it comes with. That is the alcohol burner. The lid screws off. They actually come with a simmer ring as well, which is fantastic. You put the alcohol in there and it burns away, and it's fantastic if you don't drop the lid. It has all different attachments and ways you can use those. We'll go through those in a second. This here is a Trangia kit. That is mine that I use all the time. That pot there goes into this big billy can. Inside that billy can, I have got another fry pan, and that mat there is a non-stick mat that you can cook on if you're cooking stuff and don't want it to stick. I also carry a spare pot holder because I like having 2 pot holders there. The basic Trangia kit, this one's actually not a basic one. My other one's ardenized, this one's not. This one here is the thick fry pan. So that is super thick, ready to go. That is awesome. I always make sure that I buy the extra strainer and the lid that goes onto the pots. They come with a pot grabber, which grabs onto the edges of these. Look at that, beautiful. And each one also comes with a full surround, but they don't all come with the kettle. This is the kettle here. If I can get it out without, there we go. I'm trying to do stuff with one hand here. So that's the little kettle there. The little kettle inside there, I actually carry, there's another alcohol burner with the simmer ring and all the stuff in there. In my other kit, in there, I carry a ferrous rod and a cigarette lighter as well. These also come with these pots, which are nesting pots. There you go, that's the 2 pots for the Trangia there. And this comes apart and turns into the wind surround. So you put your alcohol burner in there, the strap comes off, that goes onto there, and it gives you a full windshield for your stove to drop into there, so when the strap's not on there. So okay, we're going to go through this, but we've got a few different ways. These can actually get quite expensive, and they really can cost you a fair bit. This is the basic aluminium one. My other one's an ardenized one, and the fry pan I have with the other one is a full non-stick fry pan, and like I said, that's the ardenized fry pan, that one. These billy pots also not available everywhere. I've got 2 of these, one for this one, one for the other one. This is the 25 size billy pot, the other one's the 27. This is a 27 is the size for this unit. So I will go through all of that a little bit later on. What I wanted to show you is that once you have one of these little stoves here, this little system right there, you can actually get just basic T-cross base that goes across it, and you can get one of these. Check that out. That is fantastic if you want to do some lightweight camping. So let's have a look and get into that. So there it is, all set up. Now all it does is just locks into these little corners here. You can see there, they just lock into themselves, and it has a slight curve around these edges because the stove just hooks into the edges there, into those little holes. So that's all it does. Now we're going to put a bit of fuel into there, and we're going to go like that. So this is the alcohol that was made for me by a friend. Thank you, John. Awesome. And then all we have to do is simply put a light to it, and that is lit. There you go, you can see that burning away in there. It'll have a little blue flame to it. Won't be as effective as it is in the big wind shroud for the Trangia, but that is a really basic lightweight stove that you could carry. That whole thing will fit in that little pot. You could get a lidded one, a canister one like the size of a jet boil or something, and do that as well. So we're going to put that pot onto there, and you can see that burning away in there, and we're going to put some water in and get it boiling. So here we go. We have got this one here going. I've lit that flame's going in there, it's cooking away, but that water is still, it's only just starting to get lukewarm now. I've now set up this one here as well, the Trangia, and look at that, with the wind shroud, you see that the little vents are starting to kick into gear. As that gets hot, that'll shoot flames out each of those little vents, and that'll get super hot super quick in there. You see with this one here, it's actually gone out. There you go, a little bit of a breeze and it's gone out. So what we'll do is we'll get that lit again real quick and do a bit of a side by side. There you go. See, that was warm, so it lit a lot quicker. And you see that the little vents aren't really going there yet, and it doesn't get as much air through it. But they are a simple little system. You see there, the vents are starting to work, shooting up the blue flame. So we'll do a little side by side, see how they go. Now it's been a couple of minutes there, and you'll see there as you check out that. Look at that. It's starting to gasify, come out those little vents on the side, and that water's still touchable. This one here going beautifully in there, and that water should be getting reasonably close. Hopefully don't burn myself there. It's still not boiling, but it'll be getting reasonably close pretty quick, I think. There we go, check that out. See the steam coming out there? That's starting to boil there at the moment, which is awesome. You see the flame really shooting out there, and that's in full flight now. So once that warms up and it really gets going, you can actually cook quite a lot of stuff really quickly with one of these Trangia burners. And you see there that water's boiling away. The other one, which we started well before it, right there, is still going. Now we could put the pot lid, the fry pan over the top of that to make it boil a bit quicker, but we're talking about taking a basic system. You see that pan there is in full flight now. We'll just let that go and see it catch up. And that little one behind is actually a little project that I'm doing for another video there at the moment, which is looking pretty cool actually. So there we go. So we see there that's boiling away, and all good to go. If I can get there we go. You see that's boiling away, ready to go inside the kettle there. That really didn't take too long at all, just a couple of minutes. And there you go, that one there's just starting, you see the bubbles starting to form in the bottom of that one there. So if you want something that's going to cook super quick, that's really going, like, you can get the gas burner for one of these, and it's awesome. Like the gas changes how you cook with them completely. If you're after something that's easy and safe to travel with, that you can either go as fancy or as minimal as you want, these are fantastic. I love my Trangia. I love cooking with alcohol. These pots as well, that's the other side of it, is these pots. You'll see with this big pot here that I use that on the fire. So if you're somewhere that you can have a fire, you can use one of these, not a problem at all. But there, you see that with the wind shroud, that cooks so well. This one here, it's going and it'll work, it'll cook, and still waiting to boil, but it definitely will go. If I put that lid over the top, let's get it, at least we can see some rolling water in it, and you can know what I'm talking about. Now we're still waiting for that to boil. I've actually gone inside. I've grabbed Nettie's cup and a tea bag so I can make her a cup of tea. And that still is not boiling. That's actually quite a long time. This one here, on the other hand, is perfect to make a cup of tea. And you see there, it is burning away. Heaps of fuel still in there. Now, if you want to turn these off too, you can actually just put the little simmer rings. That's the simmer ring there that just slides around the side, and you can put the simmer ring on if you want to lower your heat. So there you go. Well, there we go. I've got a omelette on there for Xander. And just looking over at this one now, and you'll have a look there. Look at that, it's finally starting to boil. That's probably taken about 5 or 10 minutes. We've got a breeze out here, and really cook them with anything like that, anything with Firewise. Breeze is not your friend. So, but you have a look in there, the alcohol burner is going really well. And we check out this one here. I've put those little arms up, and that's still going strong with that little bit of alcohol that I put into there. So I'll just flip this omelette over and all good to go. Now here's another little tip. You can use methylated spirits in these as well. But what you'll find is if you use methylated spirits, you'll actually end up with, they'll black them out, and they'll get quite sooty and dirty. You can fix that by cutting a little bit of water with your methylated spirits, or you can just leave it if you don't mind it and washing it off. It really doesn't matter that much. But there we go. I think that's about it. I've cooked dinner for Xander, and I've boiled some water, made cuppers and all that just in making this little video. And I've literally used 2 half little burners there of alcohol to cook that meal and do all of that. It's a really efficient way to burn, and like I said, you can turn them off if you want to. You can do all of that, but they are a great little way to cook. They're fun to use, easy to transport. They're a lot safer than other methods, and they are compliant with most areas that you're not allowed to have a fire in. So there you go, check them out if you want to, and you can go as basic and simple. Pick up one of these for about between $5 and $10 Australian dollars on eBay or Amazon. You'll pick them up cheaper on Amazon probably. And Trangia units, a basic kit, will kick you off around about 99 Australian dollars. You'll find one, but they get as fancy as you want. You can get the ardenized stainless steel, all that sort of stuff, and they literally can be as expensive as you want them to be. So there you go, cool as. Wind's picking up, and it's time to pack up and get away. Thanks for watching.